Hello my dear students, welcome back to another session on Unit 1, that is water and its treatment. Myself Dr. M. Sarita, Professor of Chemistry working in St. Peter's Engineering College. So we were discussing about in previous class we were discussing about the boiler troubles. So in that I have briefly given the description about the different types of boiler troubles. Boiler troubles are the operational troubles which are created when we are using the hard water in the boilers. So when we are using the hard water, the dissolved salts of the boiler feed water may create operational troubles in the boilers, and that is known as the boiler troubles. So different types of boiler troubles are scales and sludges, priming and foaming, castic embrittlement and boiler corrosion. So in the previous class I have given description about the sludges and scales formation and also discussed about the sludges, its prevention and its removal also I have discussed. So today we will focus on scale formation. So scales are nothing but in the boiler tubes. For example, if it is a boiler tube, on the inner side wall of the boiler tubes there will be a hard sticky deposition, and this hard sticky deposition is known as the scale. So scales are hard sticky depositions which firmly stick onto the inner side wall, like this, onto the inner side wall of boiler. Hard and sticky depositions which will firmly stick onto the inner side wall of the boiler. So this is about the scales. Sludges are loose, soft, slimy precipitates, whereas scales are hard and sticky depositions. These are very difficult to remove even with the hammer or chisel also. So that much hard it will stick onto the inner side walls of the boilers. Even when we are boiling the water also in a vessel, if we are going to use hard water continuously for boiling or heating in a same vessel, then after some time if we are not going to wash it continuously, then what will happen is after some days a hard layer will be formed on the vessel. On the inner side of the vessel you can see the formation of a hard layer, white color layer. That layer is known as the scale. And there are many reasons and many substances are going to form the scales in the boiler, so that we will discuss one by one. So what are the reasons? Reasons for the formation of scales in the boilers. So first reason is due to the decomposition of calcium bicarbonate. Decomposition of calcium bicarbonate. Calcium bicarbonate is one of the substance, one of the salt, dissolved salt, which is giving temporary hardness to the water. And if this salt is present in the hard water which we are using for the steam generation, then at the high temperatures of the boiler feed water, this calcium bicarbonate will decomposes to form the calcium carbonate precipitate. This calcium carbonate is the precipitate. Plus along with that we will get carbon dioxide gas and water. So this precipitate, calcium carbonate precipitate, will form scale in the boilers. But because we are having two different types of boilers. One is the high pressure boilers and other one is the low pressure boilers. High pressure boiler and low pressure boiler. In the boilers, if we are having the low steam velocities, that boilers are known as the low pressure boilers. And if we are having the high steam velocities in the boilers, that is known as the high pressure boilers. So in two different types of boilers, this calcium carbonate will act differently. In the low pressure boilers, generally this precipitate, this calcium carbonate will remain as a precipitate and it will form a soft type of scale. This scale is soft type of scale in low pressure boilers. Whereas in the high pressure boilers, because of that high pressure and high temperatures, this calcium carbonate will convert to calcium hydroxide, and this calcium hydroxide is soluble in the high pressure boilers. So this will not form the precipitate or scale in high pressure boilers. So decomposition of calcium bicarbonate will lead to the formation of a soft type of sludge, that is in low pressure boilers. At high temperatures of the boiler feed water, calcium bicarbonate decomposes to form the calcium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water, and this calcium carbonate will form a soft type of precipitates in low pressure boilers, soft type of scale in the low pressure boilers. Whereas in the high pressure boilers, the calcium carbonate will react with the water and it will form calcium hydroxide. This calcium hydroxide is soluble in the boiler feed water, so that will not get any kind of scale formation due to calcium carbonate in the high pressure boilers. Only in the low pressure boilers, calcium carbonate will form a soft type of scale. Next is due to the second reason for the formation of scale is due to the hydrolysis of magnesium salts. Magnesium dissolved salts also give hardness to the water. That salts are magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate, magnesium carbonate and bicarbonate. So if magnesium salts are present in the boiler feed water, they will also form soft type of scale. So how it will form is, for example, if we are having magnesium chloride. So this magnesium chloride is one of the salt. If it is present in the boiler feed water, it will react with the boiler feed water at high temperature and pressures of the boilers, and that will form magnesium hydroxide. Along with that, we will get hydrochloric acid as a gas. So this is very typical reaction where we are going to get two side effects. One is the formation of magnesium hydroxide. This magnesium hydroxide is a soft type of scale. It is also the soft type of scale. And this HCl, as soon as it is formed, the acids will directly attack on the boiler material. So this HCl will attack on the boiler material, and that will convert the boiler material, that is iron, it will convert the iron into ferrous chloride. And again this ferrous chloride will be hydrolyzed to form the ferrous hydroxide, and this ferrous hydroxide oxidized to form the rust. So if HCl is formed in the any reaction in the boilers, that will lead to the direct boiler corrosion. So due to the hydrolysis of magnesium salts, we are going to get the magnesium hydroxide precipitate, which will form a soft type of scale. So this is the second reason for the formation of scale in the boiler feed water. And the scales are also formed due to the deposition of calcium sulfate. This is a very hard type of scale. Hard type of scale among all the scales which are formed in the boilers. So calcium sulfate is one of the salt which is giving permanent hardness to the water, and it is having the special property that it is having low solubility at high temperatures. low solubility at high temperatures. Generally for any salt we will have at low temperatures it will be less soluble, and at high temperatures it will be high soluble. This is general rule for the solubility of different salts. Whereas for the calcium sulfate, as we are going to increase the temperature, its solubility is going to decrease, and because of that reason, at the high temperatures of the boiler feed water, it will form a hard type of scale. So it will form a hard type of scale at the high temperatures, because at high temperatures it is having the low solubility, and always in the boilers we will have the high temperatures. At that high temperatures calcium sulfate is insoluble and it will form a very hard type of scale. So we are having one data representing that how the solubility of the calcium sulfate is going to be decreased as we are increasing the temperature. For example, at 15 degrees centigrade, the solubility of calcium sulfate at 15 degrees centigrade is 30 to 100 ppm. Whereas at 230 degrees centigrade, its solubility is 55 ppm. And still if we increase the temperature at 320 degrees centigrade, its solubility is 27 ppm. This data indicates that as we are increasing the temperature, the solubility of the calcium sulfate is going to decrease, which indicates that at high temperatures of the boiler feed water, calcium sulfate is having the low solubility and it will form a scale. It will remain in the form of a precipitate, and which is known as the hard scale. So this is due to the deposition of calcium sulfate. This is also one of the reason for the formation of scale. And finally, one more reason for the formation of scale is due to the presence of silica. Due to the presence of silica. Silica is nothing but silicon dioxide, SiO2. So how silica will enter into the water is, generally for filtering the huge quantities of water, we are going to use the sand filters, and from that sand filters maybe some minute sand particles will enter into the boiler feed water, and that will remain within the boiler feed water. And at high temperatures and high pressures of the boilers, this silica, the minute particles of the silica, that will react with the calcium and magnesium ions of the hard water. This will react with the silica. Now it will form calcium silicate. Calcium silicate and magnesium silicate. So these are calcium or magnesium silicates. This will possible at high temperature and pressures of the boiler tubes. So the silica source for the silica into the boiler feed water is through the sand filters, and the minute particles of the silica will react with the calcium and magnesium ions of the hot water, and at the high temperatures and high pressures of the boiler tubes, it will form calcium silicate and magnesium silicate. These calcium and magnesium silicates will form a very hard type of scale. It will firmly stick on to the inner side wall of the boilers like this. It will firmly stick on and it will form very hard type of scale. So among all the scales, we are having hard type of scale due to the presence of silica and due to the deposition of calcium sulfate. So these are the reasons for the formation of scales. So the reasons for the formation of scales is, One is due to the decomposition of calcium bicarbonate, which will form calcium carbonate soft type of precipitate, which will form a soft type of scale in the low pressure boilers, whereas in the high pressure boilers calcium carbonate will not form any kind of scale. Whereas the second type of scale is due to the hydrolysis of magnesium salts, the magnesium chloride will react with the water and it will form magnesium hydroxide, which will form a soft type of scale. And the third one is due to the deposition of calcium sulfate. Because of its low solubility at the high temperatures, calcium sulfate will form a very hard type of scale in the boiler feed water, and which will firmly stick on to the inner side walls of the boilers. And finally, due to the presence of silica, which will react with the calcium and magnesium ions to form the calcium silicate and magnesium silicate. So these are the reasons for the formation of different types of scales. Now if scales are formed, what are the disadvantages we are going to face when we are generating the steam in the boilers? That we will discuss under the title Disadvantages of Scale Formation. Disadvantages of the scale formation. Like in sludges also we have discussed, the most important thing is wastage of fuel. Wastage of fuel. As the scales and sludges, both of them are poor conductors of heat, and because of that reason they will not transfer the total heat. For example, here we are having the scale formation in the boilers. So whatever the temperature we are giving, whatever the heat we are giving, that will not be completely transferred to the water, because we are having here a barrier, that is the scale which is formed on the wall. So because of that, the heat will not be completely transferred to the water. So that to maintain the constant steam generation in the boilers, we have to give excess of heat. We have to give excess of heat. And that excess of heat required more fuel consumption, and that will leads to the wastage of the fuel. This is the reason behind the wastage of fuel is because of the poor thermal conductivity of the scale. Poor thermal conductivity of the scale. So that is the first thing. And this excess of heat when we are giving to the boilers, that will leads to some of the other operational troubles also for the boiler tubes. One is the lowering in the boiler safety. When we are giving excess heat to the boilers, the boiler material, because of the overheating, the boiler material which is made with either iron or some of the other alloy, that will become soften and weakens. Because of that, there will be lowering in the boiler safety. Because of the softening of the boiler material, there will be lowering in the boiler safety. And the reason behind this, because of the overheating, to generate the constant steam in the boilers, we are giving excess heat to the boilers which are having the scales inside the boiler tube. So because of that reason, we have to go for overheating of the boiler tubes, and this overheating will leads to the lowering in the boiler safety of the boilers. And the third one, that is decrease in the efficiency. The third disadvantage, one other are correlated. All the disadvantages are correlated to one another. Decrease in efficiency of the boilers. So how there will be decrease in the efficiency is, like this concentration of the scale forming substances increases in the boiler tubes, then they will get deposited at the valves and condensers and also at the joints. But for example, this is the joint between the two tubes, and where we are having some bends like this. So at these places what will happen is the scale forming substances will form a white color hard deposition, and because of that the efficiency which will make choking of the pipes, means the blockage of the pipes or strucking of the pipes, that will leads to the decrease in the efficiency. So this is known as the choking of pipes. Because of choking of pipes, the efficiency of the boiler tubes is going to decrease. Choking of pipes. This is known as the choking of pipes. So that is also one of the disadvantage of the scale formation. And finally, the most important disadvantage is danger of explosion. Sometimes the scales will not be similar, means regular in manner. For example, if it is a scale, if this is a scale which is formed on the wall of boiler, it will not be uniform throughout the boiler. In some places, there may not be a scale, or maybe a thin layer of scale, and in some places there will be a thick layer of scale. Means that is the irregular manner if scales are formed, and when we are giving overheat to the boilers, sometimes what will happen, this water that will touch to the boiler edge, means boiler material will be touched at this place, so that here more amount of steam will be generated. Whereas in the normal places where we are having the thick scale, here less steam will be generated. The place where we are having the thin scale, here more steam will be generated and pressure will be more at this place, and in the normal places where we are having the less pressure, less steam generation and less pressure. So because of the two different pressures inside the boiler tubes, sometimes what will happen is the boiler may explode. So that is the danger of explosion that may lead when we are having the uneven or irregular scale formation on the walls of the boilers. That is known as the danger of explosion because of uneven or irregular pressures within the boiler tubes. So that is known as the danger of explosion. These are all the disadvantages of formation of scales. Now, if already formed, how to remove it? Removal of the scales. So how to remove it? There are many different kinds of scales like calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, which are known as the soft type of scales. If the scales are soft scales, then like sludges, they also can be removed by scraping with a wire brush. They can be removed by scraping with a wire brush. And then if the scales are moderate or brittle in nature, if the scales are brittle in nature, then by giving thermal shocks to the scales, we will be able to remove. Thermal shocks is nothing but the boiler wall will be heated to very high temperatures and suddenly it will be cooled to low temperatures by spraying the water. That is known as the thermal shocking. And because of the thermal shocking, the scale formed scale will be removed in the form of layers. So that is moderate or brittle scales will be removed by giving thermal shocking to the scales. And if it is hard, if hard type of scales are formed, we have to go for the chemical methods. Different kinds of internal and external treatment methods will be helpful for removing the hard type of scales. And we are having the internal methods and external methods. These are the chemical methods which are going to be useful to remove the hard type of scales from the boiler feed water. And sometimes if we are having the calcium sulfate scales, they will be removed by treating with EDTA. By treating with EDTA. So this is one of the method to remove the calcium sulfate. And sometimes if calcium carbonate scale is formed, it will be removed by treating with 20% of HCl. So all chemical methods will be helpful, internal external treatment methods will be helpful for removing the hard type of scales from the boilers. And calcium sulfate scale is formed, means that can be removed by treating with EDTA because it will form complex with the EDTA. And calcium carbonate scale can be removed by treating with 20% HCl. So this is about the removal of the scales. And for prevention, by using the softened water or already by using the blow down process. So the two process will be helpful for the prevention of scales in the boilers. So removal is, so if it is a soft like sludge, it can be removed by scraping with a wire brush. If it is brittle, by giving thermal shocks. And if it is hard, by using the chemical methods, we will be able to remove the scales from the boiler tubes. So this is about the scale formation, the reasons for the scale formation, its disadvantages and its preventions. So in the next session, this is about for today's session. In the next session, we will discuss about the castic embrittlement, priming and foaming. Thank you.